Have you ever felt that sudden, intense rush of excitement when you find the perfect item online? Your heart beats faster as you hover over the checkout button. It feels like a genuine need in the moment. But is it really a need, or just a chemical spike in your brain? Today, we explore a viral experiment that changes everything. Welcome to the 72-hour Impulse Quarantine Challenge. This is a journey to reclaim your focus and your bank account from the clutches of instant gratification. We are going to look at the psychology of spending. By the end of this, you will have a new tool for financial freedom. Let's get started right now. In our modern world, everything is designed to make us click buy immediately. Algorithms know exactly what we want before we even do. They target our weaknesses with precision. It creates a cycle of constant desire. We need to break this loop to find true satisfaction in our lives. The science behind this is centered on a neurotransmitter called dopamine. It is often called the motivation molecule rather than the pleasure molecule. It drives us to seek out rewards. When we see a sale, our brain releases a massive wave of it. This wave clouds our logical judgment almost instantly. The 72-hour Impulse Quarantine is a simple but powerful social experiment. You find a non-essential item and place it in your digital cart. Then you step away for exactly 3 days. You do not purchase and you do not look at it. This period allows the dopamine to subside naturally. Think about the last thing you bought on a whim. Do you still use it today? Or is it sitting in a drawer gathering dust? Most impulse purchases lose their value within a week. We are looking for the gap between desire and utility. That gap is where your wealth is often hidden. Let's set up the experiment properly for our first day. Choose an item that costs more than $50, but isn't a necessity. It could be a new pair of shoes or a gadget. Put it in your cart and then close the app. Now, the clock starts ticking for the next 3 days. The first 4 hours are usually the hardest part of the process. Your brain is still screaming for that immediate reward. You might find yourself making excuses to go back. You tell yourself it might sell out soon. This is just your brain trying to get its fix. Stay strong during this initial peak of desire. Use this time to do something physical or productive. Exercise or cleaning can help redirect that nervous energy. Your mind needs a different kind of stimulation right now. Remind yourself that the item will still be there later. You are in control of your actions. By the end of the first night, the urgency begins to fade slightly. You might still think about the item before bed. However, the physical itch to click buy is less intense. Sleep is a natural reset for our emotional state. It helps us process the day's events more clearly. It is now day 2 of the quarantine experiment. You wake up and notice something very interesting. The item is no longer the first thing on your mind. You have other things to focus on today. The initial high of the discovery has started to evaporate. This is the first sign of mental clarity returning. During day 2, you might encounter targeted advertisements for the item. The internet is designed to remind you of what you forgot. These ads are high-pressure tactics to bring you back. Ignore them and stay focused on the experiment. Your resolve is being tested by the algorithm. You are proving that you are stronger than code. Take a moment to write down why you wanted the item yesterday. Was it for a specific purpose or just for the feeling? Seeing your thoughts on paper makes them more objective. It helps you separate your identity from your possessions. Most people find their reasons look silly after 24 hours. This is a key part of the quarantine. Let's talk about the actual utility of the item now. How often would you realistically use it in a week? Does it solve a problem that you currently have, or does it just fill a temporary emotional void? If it doesn't serve a daily purpose, it is likely clutter. Real utility lasts much longer than a dopamine hit. By the afternoon of day 2, the spark is often gone completely. When you think about the item, it feels like an old memory. The colors of the product photo don't seem as vibrant. You start to see the flaws in the product design. This is your rational brain taking back the driver's seat. It is a very empowering feeling to have. Consider the opportunity cost of this potential purchase. What else could that $50 or $100 do for you? It could go toward a future vacation or a savings account. It could pay for a meaningful meal with a friend. Every dollar spent on an impulse is a dollar lost from your goals. Choose your future self over your current craving. Many users who try this experiment find they shop out of boredom. It's a way to fill time during a lunch break or a commute. Shopping becomes a form of entertainment rather than a necessity. When we stop the cycle, we have to find new hobbies. What would you do with your time if shopping wasn't an option? This is a chance for personal growth. We are now entering day 3 of the impulse quarantine. The finish line is finally within your sight today. Most participants report that the desire is now at a 0. Looking back at the cart feels almost like looking at someone else's list. You might even wonder why you wanted it in the first place. This realization is the core of the experiment's success. This 72-hour window is the perfect amount of time for a detox. It is long enough to break the habit, but short enough to be manageable. You are training your brain to delay gratification in all areas. This skill will help you in your career and your relationships too. Discipline is a muscle that grows stronger with every single use. You are doing great. Take a look at your bank balance right now without the purchase. Notice the sense of security that comes from keeping your money. That feeling of safety is much better than the rush of a new toy. It provides a foundation for a stress-free life in the long run. You are building a fortress of financial stability piece by piece. Keep this feeling in mind. The social part of this experiment is sharing your results with others. When you tell friends you're doing this, it creates a sense of accountability. You might find that they want to join the challenge as well. Supporting each other makes the process much more enjoyable and rewarding. It turns a solo struggle into a community victory. You are not alone. Imagine the amount of clutter you are preventing from entering your home. Every item we buy takes up physical and mental space in our lives. By saying no, you are choosing a simpler and cleaner environment. Minimalism isn't just about owning less. It's about making space for what matters. Your home should be a sanctuary, not a warehouse. Feel the lightness of that. We are in the final 6 hours of the 72-hour quarantine now. The anticipation is almost completely gone for most of our viewers. You have successfully navigated the emotional waves of consumerism today. Think about how much more clear your mind feels without that distraction. You have regained hours of focus that would have been spent browsing. Use that time wisely. When the timer finally hits 0, you have a choice to make. You are allowed to buy the item if you truly still want it. However, you must ask yourself one final question before clicking. Does this item add more value than the money it costs to get? If the answer isn't a resounding yes, then simply delete it. Deleting the cart is the ultimate win. Most people who reach this point choose to delete the item entirely. They feel a different kind of rush when they see the cart empty. It's the rush of victory over their own impulsive tendencies and habits. That feeling of self-mastery is far more addictive than any product. You have proven that you are the master of your own destiny. Celebrate this small but significant win. This experiment can be applied to more than just online shopping. You can use the 72-hour rule for any major life decision or change. It allows your emotions to settle so your logic can take over. Whether it's a new job or a big project, wait and see. Time is the greatest filter for truth and genuine desire in our lives. Use it to your advantage always. If you do decide to buy the item, do it with complete peace. You have waited, evaluated, and confirmed that it is a worthy purchase. There is no guilt because it was a conscious and rational decision. This is how high-value individuals manage their resources and their time. You are now shopping with intention rather than reacting to a stimulus. This is a huge shift. Think about the total amount of money you've saved over this experiment. If you did this once a week, imagine your savings after a year. It could be thousands of dollars that stay in your pocket. That money is your freedom and your future safety net. Small changes in habits lead to massive changes in your life's trajectory. You are on the right path. Thank you for joining me on this 72-hour journey of self-discovery. I hope this experiment has opened your eyes to the power of waiting. Your financial mindset is the most important asset you will ever own. Keep practicing this quarantine method whenever you feel that impulse to buy. It will get easier and more natural every single time you do it. You have the power. If you found this experiment helpful, please share your experience in the comments. I want to hear about what items you decided not to buy today. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on financial mindset and growth. Your support helps us create more content like this for everyone. See you in the next video for more tips on winning at life.